Hi everybody and welcome for a quick look around the interior of this vintage yacht. So we'll just talk about the features and we'll see where things are, where they're located, etc., how she's laid out and if she might be a space for you. So as you can see, I'm standing looking aft towards a cockpit through what is a really very large companionway aperture. So that's lovely to get in and out of, nice and easy, no worries at all. That brings us down onto the engine box there. So you can see we've got a lid there that lifts nice and easily to allow that hourly check on your engine. This all lifts away to give access to the engine as well, no worries at all. And first thing we come to on the starboard side is the starboard pilot berth. So nice long berth there, decent wide as well. On the outboard side of that, you can see that we've got lots of stowaways there for sailing bits, personal bits, cleaning gear, whatever it is you'd like to put there. And then moving forward, you can see we have a lovely great big window here. It is delaminated over time, but maybe up to you to change it. So lots of screws by the looks of it, but a nice big window that you can see out of if you're sitting at the nav station, which is also well situated to be connected with the person on the tiller there. So you'd be sitting on the end of the bed facing forwards, and you've got what is an absolutely gargantuan nav table, which is probably the biggest I've seen actually. There's so much storage in there, it's unbelievable. Nice and big as well. Storage on top, storage in above, and you can see we've got another compass on the outboard side there. We've got a radio, carbon monoxide detector, and a ray marine unit under there too, all looking cool. Clock and barometer up there, and crucially, as we come down here, we've got something to hang on to as we go forwards there. And again, when we get into the saloon, we'll see we've got more handrails there too, which I really like. You can really brace on this if you want to. There's a cupboard underneath. There's a stereo that probably has seen better days there, I think. Yeah, everything you'd need for the kind of navigation bits and pieces down here. We could do some updated and some more instrumentation now, I think, but all easily done. The carpet down here leaves a little bit to be desired. It's not new. That's my tea towel just dropping on the floor there. It's not new by any means, but may scrub up. But we can lift it up very easily to get to the bilge underneath, and there is quite a decent floor under there. So it looks like vinyl to me. They lift up to reveal the bilge underneath. No worries at all. Then if we move forwards, we can see we've got this aperture with a bulkhead with an aperture in it. So this is going to give you some athwartship strength and stiffen the athwartship's side of the boat too. But once we're through, we're into the main accommodation, which kind of is separated nicely from the utility area to accommodation by the bulkhead. On the starboard side here, we've got a berth with lots of storage underneath. You can see the locker openings there, and then on the outboard side, more locker openings, and then on the outboard side of that, above those lockers, we've got a cot berth there with a nice wooden lined hull, all really good. Bit of a window there, we can see some rigging peeping through there, and of course I mentioned the handrail there, which will help us go forwards in a blow. And now the ceiling down here, or the deck head down here, is probably about 5'8", something like that maybe. I can stand fully here behind this bulkhead, being 5'9", and I reckon that's probably 5'10" above me, and obviously it comes down a little bit as we go forwards. We can see the compression post in the middle, so that's going to help give us something to grab onto, but plenty of space down here. Great sleeping area, great socialising area, good place to be. I think we could do with some new upholstery down here, but other than that, she is what she is. Great big hatch there. I think that's one of the biggest hatches I've ever seen on a boat, so loads of light flooding through there, some delamination going on there too, so it may be right for change. But as we move forwards, we can see we have a heads compartment, so a bit cluttered in here. Obviously, we've got some sails put away down there. Now, that would be the sail locker up forward. We've got the outboard sitting there too. On the outside here, on the starboard side, we've got a sink there. We've got storage above, and the head there, which looks like a manual affair to me. Yes, it is. You'd be sitting on there facing to port. And then just behind me, to the left-hand side, or the port side, you can see that we've got this locker here. So big lockers there. That's your hanging locker for your wet gear and all your cruise bits and pieces. And then manoeuvring backwards out of there, we've got on the port side another berth here, nice and long, plenty of room. We've got a bit of storage underneath there, we've got storage outboard, and we have yet another cot berth on the outside. So for this size of boat, there are lots of beds, and again we've got the wooden lined hull there, all very good. And then coming back through this bulkhead, you can see we've got the galley unit here, moulded affair. Underneath here we've got a sink. Underneath there we've got another sink, and of course we've got all these moulded holes for probably olive oil, that kind of thing, your cruets, your knives and forks, cups, etc, etc. But you've got a great big window here, and with the companionway, it feels nice and light down here. No cooker, but I'm sure we can find a little gimbaled 2-burner affair, and of course we've got storage underneath here and here. And then finally on the outboard side here we have another cot berth with a shelf above it, storage outboard, storage, more storage here as well, and I should think there's storage underneath the berth as well. Yes, there is. I'm not sure what's under there yet. Looks like pipe work for I can see a sander under here, and probably some kind of bilge pump pipe work, all looking great. So yeah, lovely little boat. Could do with bringing into the here and now, but for the space, she represents excellent value. Thanks for watching. Lots more pictures and videos at boatshedbrighton.com. Have a great day.